Welcome to part 3 of what's your COVID-19 routine. It is now April 19th, and I started this on March 14th. So I think I'm on day 35? But what is time now, anyway? Here are 5 more things that I'm doing to keep myself going these days, and which I share in the hopes that they may help you too. I spend more time tidying to create more space in which to live and work. After all, I cannot exactly leave and work somewhere else. This office is the tidiest that it's been in years. Tidying up during a pandemic is different, though. I often think, what is this artifact from another era? Should I keep it in memoriam? Or do I acknowledge that that era has passed and move on? This feeling can extend to almost anything. A hat, a toy, a canvas bag, a 1940 photograph of a man resembling Crockett Johnson, but who probably isn't. A brochure from an exhibit in a distant city. I am keeping the hats. Adapt. I know we're all trying to adapt, and adapting is an ongoing process. But I am adapting, I think. I highly recommend Aisha S. Ahmad's Productivity and Happiness Under Sustained Disaster Conditions, which is available for free at the Chronicle of Higher Education. Ahmad, who herself has lived under conditions of war, violent conflict, poverty, disaster in many places around the world, reminds us that, quote, crisis adaptation takes time. And that for now, quote, we will all have to learn to live in the world as it is. As she says, and I quote, rather than cling to illusions of normalcy and control, let the alternate universe teach you all new ways to be and do. The world is different, so let's be different too. For this strange period in our lives, we have the opportunity to learn entirely new approaches to productivity, knowledge, connection, community, and happiness. It's a helpful, hopeful piece. I recommend it. Look for signs of hope. I'm trying to find ways to help. Fortunately, there are many ways to help. Spend a little longer talking to someone who seems to need the chat. If you can support local businesses, do, say via gift certificates or ordering food. If you can make masks, make masks. If you cannot make but can donate, click on the donate button at getusppe.org, and this website also tells you how to make masks and where to send those that you have made. Helping others helps you too. It takes you out of yourself as you focus on others, and giving you a sense of agency. It also makes you feel a bit less helpless, a bit less alone. If you're the sort of person who would watch one of these videos, you're probably already helping others, but in case you aren't, I recommend it. Celebrate your quarantiversary, as I am doing with
Lisa, Jerry.
We're socially distant. well over 6 feet. We're not alone, not alone in our time of need. And there are lots of ways to celebrate. In addition to ordering baked goods from Radina's Bakehouse to share with friends, I also bought books from independent bookstores. I bought these from the Dusty Bookshelf here in Manhattan, Kansas, and yes, they deliver. And then for the ones that I was seeking that were not available there, I happened to Google Sarah Kendzior's new book and found that Left Bank Books in St. Louis was selling signed copies. So I ordered that and 2 others. Because when you buy books, the bookseller always includes time to read those books. Wait, don't they? And a predictable but needless footnote, that joke was adapted from Schopenhauer, who once observed, quote, "Buying books would be a good thing if one could also buy the time to read them in. But as a rule, the purchase of books is mistaken for the appropriation of their contents." I also celebrated my core anniversary by giving to others. Second Harvest, Camp Readerama, World Central Kitchen, RACES, the Refugee and Immigrant Center for Education and Legal Services, Get Us PPE, and Flint Hills Breadbasket. And that brings us to the end of my 3rd episode of What's Your COVID-19 Routine? I honestly don't know if I'm going to make a 4th episode of this series, but I do hope that you've settled into some COVID-19 routine of your own. I hope you found healthy ways to keep yourselves going and to keep those who you love going. To quote the end of Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times, "Buck up, never say die, we'll get along